Hello, fellow money gangers. Today we're talking about moolah and how you can get more of it. Do you want guap in your sticky wop flop? Well, what's up guys, DwkYTContact videos. If you're new to my channel, I make military content, put it on the internet for you to enjoy. If you want social media, links will be in the description down below. Now, before we jump into the video, please check if you're subscribed to the channel, because I know YouTube has been telling me lately there's a little analytics box saying like 80+% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you want to be a good guy, help your boy out, every time that number goes up, I get an ego boost. Every time I get an ego boost, I give Bruno a treat. Here's proof in the pudding. Someone just subscribed as I said that. Bruno, get over here, you're getting a treat. As you guys can tell, my German Shepherd's too big to fit on camera. But yeah, someone just subscribed, so I'm gonna go ahead and give him a cookie now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Any more subscriptions by the end of the video, I'll be sure to match the cookies. I've made financial videos in the past. Today we're gonna be talking about side jobs you can have while serving in the military to double your money. Now, don't get the wrong image. I'm not saying military dudes are poor. We actually make quite a bit if you're married with dependents, live in a certain area. But if you're young and you just wanna stay on your grind now so that you can retire early, then I highly suggest, if you're not doing other stuff with your time like college, get a side hustle, get a side job. And I'm not saying work 40 hours a week, but the more money you can invest now, the more it's gonna compound later. Once you're done with this video and you get the premise of how to acquire more money while you're in the military, go to one of my other financial videos where I tell you how to invest it. Give you guys an idea, obviously I'm an online influencer, so there's that side of a side hustle. I also invest a lot of money, but some of you might not know, at my first duty station as an E3, I literally worked another full-time job at Chipotle. I would get off work at Great Lakes. I was at the Great Lakes Hospital at boot camp. I worked in the Tranquility Clinic. So like any recruits that came in with like STDs or anything, I was probably the one that counseled them. When I would get off at 3, I would head over to Chipotle every single day and I would start doing like food prep in the back. I would basically be the guy marinating steaks, chopping stuff up, and getting everything ready for the line. I then took that money, invested it into other things, and now I don't really need to work a side hustle because I have multiple avenues of passive income. However, if you want to get to the point where you can build enough compound interest to not have to actually physically work a job, I would recommend physically working these jobs first. Number 1 is to bartend on weekends. Now, you're pretty much gonna have your weekends off for majority of military jobs. In case you guys don't know, military is normally like a regular working job, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. That's normal. Unless your deployment tempo command, that's pretty normal, especially if you're shore duty. Getting a bartending license is extremely easy, and drinking is part of the military culture anyway, so you probably already know how to make some of the drinks. If you live in a military prideful town, while you're bartending, you can drop the hint that you're active duty, and some of these old single moms who are trying to hit on you will tip more. This next one you can pretty much do from the comfort of your barracks room, and that is flipping thrift shop items. So you can go into your local thrift shop. There's also thrift shops on base, which are non-taxed. You can find things that are gonna sell well online. In fact, you can go on eBay and Etsy and Amazon and Google them right there, the items you find. If they're a higher flip online, go ahead and stock up on those items, cut down the competitor's price, and then flip them on the side. This is gonna take a little work to get going, but once you have your online platform made, you're gonna be able to flip items faster. Third is for your artistic group of people. Obviously, creating stuff is a huge revenue avenue on Etsy. If you're a good painter, artist, illustrator, there are people online who will buy it. I highly recommend checking out Fiverr, which is where you can hire freelancers to do like literally any sort of job you could think of. When I was launching the little side company I was gonna make, then this whole, event happened across the US where I postponed it. I was gonna make a t-shirt company. I paid graphic editors hundreds to design t-shirt designs for me so I could launch them and sell them on my own. However, I had to use them as a middleman because I couldn't create those images myself. If you're really good at painting or drawing, highly recommend selling those talents on Fiverr or something like that. Next one, are you not as artistic, but you find yourself to be really, quote, aesthetically beautiful? Are you an Instagram model? Because hosting events, especially in downtown places. Really, all these promoters are trying to find is like young, attractive people to be on the flyers and greet people at the doors. Doesn't really require any background experience. Doesn't really require much effort either than greeting people as they come in the door. And believe it or not, these club girls in Chicago that just bring out giant bottles to people at clubs are making bank. This next one is gonna take a lot of effort because you're gonna have to go around collecting, but you can actually buy vending machines around town and in certain businesses and or hit up businesses if you have vending machines outright that you want to put in their business, and you guys can split profits. However, you're still gonna have to go around restocking the machine and collecting the money. But there's gonna be a large margin of profit because you can go to Costco, and if you have multiple vending machines around town, you stock up at Costco and then you can just divvy it out from there. Now, let's say you're not pretty enough to be an IG model and you're not artistic enough to sell your stuff. Are you insanely fit and you join the military because working out is your life? Great, you can literally be a personal trainer in the military. You can also coach athletics on your free time. I know a military dude who was literally teaching like yoga on the side to like middle-aged moms in San Diego. So finding these certifications, a lot of times you can do them online and they make you nationally qualified in literally whatever athletic thing you want to do, and then you can sell your services by creating like an Instagram page, a Facebook page, and reaching out to people. Be like, hey, I do this, I charge this. You can make your own LLC, which is easy enough, whichever state you're in, you can register through, get a tax ID number for your business, and then start charging people. You can put Square on your phone, get a separate bank account for your company, and boom, you're a walking business where you can charge people on the beach for coming to your yoga class. This next one I only recommend if you're single and like 18, just because if you're a little bit older, I'm not saying it's looked down upon, it's just gonna look a little bit weird. But if you're like an 18-year-old, there's this thing called WAG where you can walk people's dogs around town. Now I love animals. And at my first duty station, when I was, just living up in the barracks by myself, me and Brittany weren't married yet, I would spend my time going to an animal shelter. I had hundreds of hours at an animal shelter, and I was just doing that for fun. You can get paid to play with other people's dogs. Just literally, there's old ladies who cannot walk their dogs as efficiently as they used to, and they'll pay you per hour to just go walk around with their dog. Say you get on a good rapport with them, maybe take the app, out of the equation. Tell them just pay you straight up in cash. Now you're not getting taxed, and it's all money, baby. Here's another one, more so if you're single. If you're single and living in the barracks and you want to get out of the barracks for the weekend, I am telling you, there are probably tons and tons and tons of people in your command with kids who are begging for babysitters so they can just go out and enjoy a literal night of normalcy without their kid. There's some probably E5, E6 who haven't went out in months. And if you just be like, hey, I'm open to do babysitting, I charge this, and this, I guarantee you a good handful of them are gonna pay you just to go to Cheesecake Factory for 3 hours. Also, they're gonna feel more comfortable leaving them in your hands than some like little 14-year-old babysitter. Now, I'm not hating on 14-year-old babysitters. However, you're gonna be more responsible because you're in the military. You're gonna be, CPR qualified for a majority of military jobs. I'd feel more comfortable leaving my kid in the hands of an adult rather than a teenager. Also, because we're in the military, if anything goes wrong with my kids, I know how to ruin your life legally. And then the last one, why it's the last one, not all of you can do it right now, and why you have to do the first steps up to it is making passive income off investments. You can do this through realty, stocks. Some people do day trading, but really to invest well, you need a good base starting point to compound your money, because if you only have a couple K, you're not really gonna make that much in dividends. Even if you have a high dividend profile in the stock market, you need multiple tens of thousands to really see anything significant. Not saying you shouldn't invest your money right now. I'm just saying that shouldn't be like a main source of passive income, because even with the dividends, you're probably gonna make like 20 to 50 bucks a year, whereas people with higher portfolios are making like, 10 plus K a year. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. I'm gonna make a part 2. That's right, a part 2. I have them all written out already of side hustles you can do while you're in the military. So make sure that hit notification bell is on, and I'll see you in the next one.